final game this afternoon. Oh, driven beautifully through the offside. That's 4. The fielder never looked as if he was going to stop that. And the UAE UCT team, they came in yesterday, probably still jet lagged, as Ivor normally says. Ivor Henry's going to have his dinner pretty soon. Double. A double or nothing. Opening day of action here at the Central Broward Regional Park. USA T10 International Premier League. Henry's had enough. He's backing up for the day. There's a lot of people like before, and he's gone. Umpire Hartley raises the dreaded index finger on the right hand, and they've lost their first wicket, Tampa Tigers. UAE will want to reduce Tampa Tigers to a score that they can chase down. Madobishi boys will be hoping to put up a better showing. So we've had these two teams, they've lost both their games today. Well, both teams played and they lost their one game. Tampa Tigers lost to the US Cricket Academy, and UAE, they lost to the Sampa Army. Sampa Army scoring the highest total in the tournament, 119 for 5 of 10 overs, and UCT 56 for 6, scoring the lowest total. So the lights are now on.
Well, Tampa Bay 1 for 1.
Tigers, not a bad start at all there, Ivor Henry.
Quick.
Ali Akbar, the big bowler from UAE, former UAE player. Manav Patel is on 11. He played in the minor league. He can hit a long ball. Down the ground. So 34 for 1. So it's the third over, is it? So that's 1. Oh, that one kept low.
Yes,
Good bowler,
indeed.
cunning bowler.
Playing bad. Um, and they appealed. He says one more added to the total. Time to get a bat. Legal or not.
Bat. Yeah, that was in back in St. Kitts. Jazz Bakshi bowling over number 4. So they're going at over 10 and over. If they can maintain this, it'll be excellent for Tampa. Oh, the slow nature of that ball makes it very difficult to hit. The batsman like a little pace on the ball, but it was very slow. So he has to make his own tempo, so to speak. Down the ground, that's 6. No doubt about that. that's the end of the over. At the end of 4, 46 for 1.
Oh, they're going to tell me the light is on. Go. We're on. We started early morning. At 9:30 there was a presentation. So 2 more added to the total. The score is not up. Is at 46 for 1. The Tampa Bay Tigers. They're up against the UCT. This time he's driving. Way more or less. Again, driving outside the off stump and going very close to the boundary, and they're gonna amble through for 2. Call that a relaxing 2. Ball comes back to the bowler, so the 50 comes up. 52 for 1, that is. So Manav Patel is on 22 from 14, and we have Kaola is on 12 from 10. This time he's on the back foot, punching out to cover sweeper, who comes in 2/3 of the way. Sends the throw back into the bowler. In the meantime, the batter scores for a single. Goes up to 53 for 1. Again, want to welcome all viewers to the MAQ TV. Day number 1 of this tournament. This time he's going high. He's going hard. He's going to go beyond the man in the cow corner area, and it's gone just over the boundary rope for 6. So he was tugging this one from outside off stump. A slug sweep, and he got it over the cow corner, and he went for 6. Yes, he did go for 6. No. Just come in. 4 signal there by the umpire. So the field made the case. Ball did not go from back to the without the advantage of play. Have to settle. So the end of 5. Outside the off stump in. Mid wicket. Deep mid wicket comes. 19 outside the off stump. He's opening the face third man for a single. So 9 for 1. So 2 singles in the over so far. There. This one is down the leg side and he's swiveling and he's pulling this one. He's not really getting a hold of it, but got enough to get it beyond the boundary for 4. He was trying to hoik it over deep backward square leg for 6, but didn't get it out of the meat of the bat. It went about 2 bounces across the ropes for 4. There's a man on the deep backward square leg. He ran to his right, but only to retrieve it beyond the boundary ropes. So Cascola, again, this one he plays one in the dark. He gets a single in the dark. He didn't know much about that one, but nonetheless, a single to himself and to his team. So a healthy partnership of some 42 runs between these two. 64 for 1. Down the leg side again, and he's pulling, he's swiveling, but there's a man stationed there at the deep backward square leg. This time he gets in the way and prevent a boundary. So just 1. Some 7 runs from this over so far. 8 runs as a matter of fact. Of a boundary. Oh, this one is wide down the leg side. And let us see if it did get a touch. No, it's going to be a wide. So 2 more added to the total. It was flat. It was going down the leg side. We keep a guard in the way, which is a good thing. Otherwise, could have been more runs added to the total. 67 for 1. So Mustafa. Oh, this is wide outside the off stump. So now 68. This time he's hitting this one in the air, but it's not going to go all the way to the cover sweeper. In the air for a catch. It rolled and trickled into him for a single. As over number 6 comes to an end. So Tampa Bay Tigers. These two teams would have played earlier in the day and they would have lost their game. So the winner of this one will go 1 up on the other. But like we say, Tampa Bay Tigers started off pretty well. At the end of the second over, they won 31. So they were going over 15 and over. Slow down somewhat. They're going just over 10 and over. And again, the tournament, first of its kind, where we're having the international players would have graced us with their presence under the umbrella of the ICC. This time it's a swing and a miss. And how that one did not hit timber, no one knows. But just 10 men allowed to be in the field fielding, but 11 can bat. And there's no fielding restriction. You can have all of the fielders, all 8 fielders can be beyond the 30-yard circle. As a matter of fact, there is no need for a 30-yard circle. So the batsman using his feet and hoiking this one down to the cow corner for a single. Takes the total on to 70 for 1. We're into over number 7. Bowler bowls right arm over leg spin. This time he's peeling this one off the outer portion of the bat, and it goes very close to the boundary. I'm not too sure that it would have trickled into the ropes, but overthrows. So 1-1. 2 runs as a matter of fact, because the overthrow. So 73 for 1. Patel goes into the 30s. He's on 30. Swinging this one down the leg side, and that was a gift down the leg side. He was always pitching outside the legs. He just had to get something onto it, but he missed. Ball cannon into the pads, and a dot goes into the scores book. Seven three for 1. Outside the off stump, it's a wide. It's going to be called and signaled wide. The umpire had to lean to see that one, but evidently he was way well outside the off stump. This time he's hitting this one inside out. And he goes down to the boundary for 6. So that one came sweetly out of the bat. And it went well over the ropes for 6. So we have seen some lovely cricketing shots here today. And they take the total into the 80s. It's on 80 for 1. So 1 delivery left in this over number 7. Remember, it's a 10 over tournament. 10-10. So it's the T10 Cup. So we're going to bookmark the date. It's in 2022 when it started, where we have regional cricketers out of the West Indies. A number of cricketers are out of Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. Lamont coming out of the Windward Islands to participate in this tournament. So Christian GV Kaskola, he is on 22 from 15. And Manav Patel, he is on 36 from 23. So today has been a very long day because of the presentation. This one is hitting it in the air, and it's going to go to the left of the fielder, and he overran it. And my word, he did a good job in getting very, very close to the ball, but he overran it, and he was going left, and the ball was still to his right. And in the end, a boundary, 84 for 1. So the ball is not going to be too pleased with that. He got there, and he could have probably just get a hand of it and stopped it, but definitely overran it. You're not seeing it on the screen, because we're not following the ball at this point, but I'm just describing it for you. So Hafiz Javed bowls right arm. Oh, that's a wide delivery, way outside the mark. So his radar has gone off. He should not let the mishap bother him. Concentrate on the next delivery. Outside the off stump, a swing and a miss. He was going for all of the marbles with that one. Wicketkeeper takes it cleanly. So 85 it is for 1. Tampa Tigers. Let's see if they can get into the 100 mark. We would have realized that 2 times over today by the same team. This time they're good running between the sticks. As man stationed way down on the long off position, and the ball just rolled and trickled towards him. That was out of it. $88 for 1. Again, we started in brilliant sunshine. We had some heavy dark clouds hovering around, but no rain. This time he's tugging this one from outside the off stump. Goes down to the cow corner for a single. Score was 89 for 1. So time he's playing this one down to the deep mid wicket area for a single. As over number 8 comes to a close, we go on to 90 for 1. Tampa Tigers trying to set a target for the UCT, the UAE. They're the ones who are going to do some chasing here tonight. The team which wins this game would be their first in the tournament. They would have played earlier today, both teams, and they would have lost their match. So this is pretty much a grudge match, if you want to, if I can say so myself. And again, we want to welcome all of the viewers to MAQ TV. Junie Hanley, he's just called and say he's viewing and he's listening up. It's my videographer. So he's enjoying some of the viewing on MAQ. So Audie Watson he has made his way. Got 2 days ago.
Yeah, good old Audley.
Yes. We have Leon Francis over there in Tallahassee. Outside. I want to say pleasant good evening to all of them, and hope that this would not just be the one and only day. We'll be back here with it tomorrow for 6 games Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, no ball of the umpire.
That's a 6. What's your boy? Salaji. And he's signaling a free hit now. So this is a really Tampa giving a really good account of themselves here. 96 for 1. Manav has been good.
He must have been.
Well as Asculia.
He must have been overstepping. He had to been a foot fault.
It's Asculia on strike. In the air. And does it have the legs? Yes, it has. Back-to-back sixes here by Casculia. Casculia treating Ahmed roughly here. So 100 is up. 102 for 1. Could they get past the best of 119? On the leg side, probably just a belated signal of wide. Well, he's worrying about the time here is umpire Salanji. I think he probably needs to speed up some of those signals.
Oh.
Look at him. He's going to take his own gentle time. There it is. The white finally comes.
Naughty. The game has been into double figures, but let's see what this reading would be. Batsman is driving. The cover sweeper gets in the way, but the ambles through for 2. Goes on by 2 to 106 for 1. That's a good looking score for Tampa Tigers. Oh, another wide. We're going to course. I think they might be starting. keep you up to date. One is in the running in at all.
The fielder is running all the way from the cover boundary. Casculia could be, well, Casculia could be the third player after Wallace and Nicholson to get a half century today.
Yeah, well, he's on 45.
Vacant real estate, that's 4. Manav goes to 41.
Both back.
In fact, he's raising his bat, so it's not Manav. It seems as if Casculia. I can't understand what's going on out there. They put it back.
In the air.
Well, it's Casculia.
Gonna drop safely.
Gonna drop safely. He's gonna come back for 2. They're giving the runs to Manav, but Manav is at the non-strikers end. That's Casculia who is batting. So another boundary there to Casculia, and he continues. He was the 3rd player today to get a half century. He's driving through the offside to take 1. outside the off stump and just scooping that one away. So Cascolia showing his range of shots. He goes into the 60s now, and Manav Patel is on 37.
Well, innings close, and we'll get the final. We have your target along the way, and again we're on the lights here at the Central Bowl. Inning has come to an end. So far, some so Tampa one over the other. So we can bring back to one chase, maybe say for 5 minutes or so. Go ahead. A cup of time.
So we're back here, and the target 136 to wrap up today. Tampa Tigers making the highest score. Abdul Hasib is going to open the bowling, and it's going to be Mustafa to take strike. Imran Ali's at the non-strikers end. So it's a big, tall ask here for UAE. One hopes that they don't do as they did in the first game and just play it out. They should at least try to challenge the target. Wide. Wide to start with. Hasib seems to want to put pace on the ball. They'll love that here, these batsmen. He has to be careful. Falling away to the left, exactly what happened there will happen to him. He'll push the ball down the leg side. But he has to be careful. So,
The MAQ TV. play in. And we have a new viewer out of Atlanta, Miss Pa. Says she enjoying the cricket, and she loves to hear your lovely voice, Finod. And somehow she just pushed me in there a little bit along the way. I guess so. Yeah, so Miss Barbara, enjoy the cricket. Yeah, that's my fiance, by the way. So she gave me a little butter. Yes, good night to Barbara. To let you know that I has been a good boy today. He's bowling. Oh, lights, camera, action. Backing away, the stumps disturbed. It's 1 for 4. It's the one chase started well with a wide. First over, wicket number 1. Trying to get all of 10 or to keep them under 135. So I think we've seen that a wicket fall in the first over twice. Yes. So protect. Did they credit the 50 in the end? Did they do that, Vinod? Yes. 50. Making a note of that.
He has the third 50. Anna Patel had 57.
Vinod?
Yeah, well, I'm sure that Barbara has a lovely dinner just waiting for you after a long day at the office.
Well, I'm sure she's listening. Barbara would have and maybe make what? How about that?
Yes, of course.
Okay, of course.
But Barbara, you can just hang on. Iva is bringing dinner, and ensure that he doesn't give you doubles.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, those from time to time, but we. Oh, we'll be out of here much earlier. Promise.
If we don't, you may have to replace your past coordinator, because I know that Makorishi is not happy about the lead finish today.
But you know, the presentation got in the way, so at least, and I think.
When you have politicians at presentations, it tends to go long.
Yeah, the politicians talk. Dale Hornis came in, you have to talk from way back from the beginning when he laid the and all that stuff.
Dale makes the same speech all the time. Yes, when he started his speech, I could have finished it.
Yes, but he's been a good boy.
Yes, Joseph Iglesias as well.
Yes. And we had what, his son here today?
Yeah, Joseph was Iglesias the third.
Yes. So they should not be forgotten, to be honest with you. We are big meetings and people want to go to the meetings and
You know, people like yourself, Iva. You know, we must pay tribute to fellas like yourself who would have looked to carve a niche for something that was unknown to the people up here.
yeah.
But you know, I must say, I must add, you know, and you would know that I know a lot about American cricket, coming here for the last 12 years. But it's disheartening to see the guys like like Makorishi, yourself, who worked in the trenches to get this sport recognized here, and all of a sudden you have certain sections coming in to benefit from that hard work. It's disturbing. It's disturbing.
Yes. But I guess both with the territory, don't remember the guy who put in the hill, they remember the guy who put the food on the table.
Yeah, well, but then would have been then there would have been no table for that guy to put the food. Had it not been for good guys like Makorishi, Makatia, yourself, David Meatle, and all these guys, you come up here, and if you really come here long enough, you would know the guys who work the trenches. Michael Chambers up in the north, so Hazel has done a lot.
She was playing net.
Yes, she told me that. Yes, I have to remind her. I think next time I see Hazel, lovely lady, I must remind her that Trinidad and Tobago were world champions in 1971.
And you're not going to talk about when we beat down Trinidad St. Davis now, when we were world champions.
When Trinidad were the world champions, yes, Jean Pierre.
Yeah, we beat down Trinidad, man.
I think yes, I think Jean Pierre and the others just wanted to be kind to their Caribbean sisters,
Trinidad in netball. Oh, come on, man.
Trinidad they were world champions at that point in time.
Trinidad.
So it's 10 for 1. That reminds me of something, beating world champions. They're actually wasting time here, and so it's 12 for 1, and the umpires need a handle here. They definitely need a handle, Ivor.
Yes, it's delay a game. You always put that 5 penalty points in front of them, runs. And when you know you're losing runs, you're gonna do much better than this. You cannot be delaying the game. 12 for in over number 2.
Yeah, we should have been in over number 5 already. Struck away, down to backward point. I should go for 4. Nope. It's fielded. So a lot of time wasting going on here, and the umpires really need to have a handle on this. This is unacceptable.
I think I'm going to suit up for a game.
I think you should, and show them how to manage time.
It's a game, yes, just send it to the master. At least one game. And then they'll get it. Just say hi, hello, good night. And of course, if you're just waking up, You're viewing live cricket coming to you from the United States of America, city of Lauderhill, at an approved cricket venue approved by the ICC.
Full toss, worked away. They should take 2 here.
Yes, they're behind the 8 ball. After 2 overs, the Tigers were on.
It's going to be an uphill task here for UAE unless someone goes absolutely berserk. I can't see UAE getting over this target of 135. Singles won't do it, Ivan.
No, they need some fence. The poles are not going to do it. They need fence. They need boundaries. But it's not going to happen. At least not this hour of the night. Not going to happen tomorrow either.
44. That's a good delivery. Tampa back to winning ways.
So 17 for 1. So what are your plans for Memorial Weekend? That's coming up next week.
Well,
You can be here?
actually, we will be in Arkansas for the MCL Arkansas. So that's a T20 tournament, Memorial Day Cup. That's under the umbrella of Cricket Council USA. So we will be up there, Ivor.
Oh, okay.
In the air and safe.
Safe landing. Yes. You know, Atlanta is having their carnival. There you'll have the carnival in Atlanta.
I guess you're heading there. Being a carnival man.
Yes. I'll be there. I have to attend a birthday party too. All white birthday party on Saturday night.
All white.
All white, yes, that's what they're saying. There's no urgency in 2020 cricket. Even the field placing, you're wrong. You're bowling from one end and you still have a go slow. Something is wrong.
Something is wrong. I think the umpires need a handle here. I must say.
It takes just as long as if the field was changing around and all you had to change is just one bowler. You have the boundary riders, they have not moved. So just one bowler change and you replace that person. In 30 seconds, you should be bowling that over. A swing and a miss.
Faizan Maksud is the new bowler. There was a long delay just now with both batsmen. I don't know what could have been the discussion. I think that took away about 6 minutes. He's taking his time. He's in no hurry whatsoever. We can't expect him to bowl with a loose lace, but there he goes. He's gonna fix the other one now. Yeah, he's taking his time.
Spin his on or something. Take 2 steps and bowl.
Peppered 6.
6 runs, umpire.
Probably needs to tie the laces together.
Oh, you're harsh, Vinod.
It's having some fun. It's been a long day, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. Yes.
6 matches, and
I like to get in early now.
don't help when you have 6 matches a day.
Yep. I got in here after 8 o'clock, just after 8. I say, beat the traffic, get out the way. I was already on the road. Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's another 6. In fact, the catch was taken and it was spilled.
Go over, so he didn't really try to take the catch. He saved saved the 6. So that was good work. He was in when he just threw it back in. So that's good work.
Well, I think he's lost his shoe now. He's lost his entire shoe. We're going to have another delay.
A song for ladies, young girl, wear your size. So, what is the song for the gentleman? Well, is someone gonna finish?
Help me here, Iva. Why was it necessary to go to the wicketkeeper quite on the other end to then come off the field with your shoe, your broken shoe? And one hopes that someone could complete the over and we don't have to wait until he goes in to pay less to buy a shoe and come back. Probably Ross.
Well, you're not missing any cricket. Your shirt or your boots.
Yes.
So,
well, someone is going to finish the over. Hopefully he finishes it quickly because this has been a tremendous delay. New
bowling half a over, and this is a whole over for the bowler who is replacing him too.
So the bowler taking his time to set the field right.
So he can only bowl 1.5 over. One more after this. I was saying we're gonna finish about say 9 o'clock with all this. Well, this one is in the air. There's a fielder getting under it. He's coming in from the cow corner, but he's gonna drop safely in front of him. And in the meantime, the batters would cross for 2. So he was high into the air. He went up into the on the lights, and fielder didn't pick it up early enough, so he dropped safely. So 27 for 1. So it's a slow going here. It's a hard grind. They're trying to get to 130, 135, I think. And they're making heavy weather of this run chase. It's 27 for 1. Goes in balls right arm over, and this time he's playing this one down the ground, all along the ground. The fielder runs in and prevents the ball from going beyond the boundary rope, and rifles in a throw to the bowler. So the over comes to an end. A really long over. So the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium is 28 for 1. Still 108 from 36 deliveries. So that means 6 overs are left. It's a 10-10 competition. So bowler sporting the number 10 on his back is going to be taking up the attack from this to southern end. So tomorrow we do it all over again, starting from 9:30 in the morning. Hopefully everything will be a bit smoother than today. Today we had the presentation, all the teams in hand, and ribbon cutting on the whole 9 yards of an opening ceremony. This is the first time we're having a T10 competition of this magnitude. In 2014, we would have started toying around the idea of 10-10, cutting the 2020 in half. But today it all bore fruit for from 2014, in where MAQ Cricket Council USA would have come together, and all minds just got together and decided, let's play a faster game, faster than 2020. Let's go for the 10-10. So here it is. You're having it with international stars, especially coming out of the West Indies. And we have one Mr. Qureshi coming out of Pakistan, who was specially invited for this inaugural tournament, the 10-10. We had a brief chat with him in the com box earlier today. Very pleasant gentleman. Came at the invitation of MAQ Qureshi. This one outside the off stump, eluding the wicket keeper. And there's runs here. One, they're turning for two. Let's see if he got a touch onto it, or it's going to be buys. Nonetheless, it's going to be runs into the scorer's book, in which the team would benefit. As a matter of fact, he did get a touch onto it, and it eluded the wicket keeper. Went past him for 2 runs. So we're into the 30s. It's 30 for 1. Again, we want to say hello to all the viewers viewing on the MAQ TV. Want to spread the word. We're going to be here Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The curtains come down on Sunday afternoon, and I'll be with you for the final game, as I'm summoned for duty in the umpiring. There's a finals in one of the league competition here, and I've been summoned to do that game. Oh my word, that's a bad miss down at the boundary. As he ran past the ball, and he went past him for 4. Signal comes in now from umpire Vincent Hart. It's been a long day. I know he's tired. He's been at it for years now, Vincent Hartley. As a matter of fact, he became one of the elite umpires here. Any finals back in the day, back in the 90s, early 2000, it used to be Vincent Hartley and Delroy Festus Lynn. They thought they were the 2 fierce persons to conduct the games, but I think Hart has slowed down some, his age, and as Vinod would have said earlier, he's old school. He would have let a wide. He would have called a wide, but the batter would have been outside of the off stump. And one to the time. You took that line with you. Oh, they were thinking 2 here on this, but a good throw coming to the wicketkeeper's end. They were flirting with danger, thinking 2. We've seen quite a number of runouts here in the day's play. And any attempt for a second there would have been flirting with danger. As well, that ends well, 37 for 1. So we're halfway in terms of overs. It's a 10-10. But in terms of runs, they're a long way from calling the 2. That was a good looking over. They had some 9 runs coming from that, but they're going to need more than that. They're going to need here, lending over production pictures what you're viewing going the ball. So from time to time we'll have to describe what's happening when it goes beyond the view of the cameras. So our batsman has departed. Maybe he has been winded or he's given it up, so he has retired out, and in comes a new batter. It is 8:45 in our neck of the woods here, so wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, I want to say wish you all the best and hope that you're enjoying what you're viewing on MAQ TV. So the batsman getting a bat onto this one, and he's going to get a single. Score goes on by 1 to 38. So the required run rate has gone up to some 19.9. That's going to be a hard axe. And there goes the other wicket. It's been bowled, neck and crop. So who said he goes? So 38 for 2. That is the latest score here. So UCT, UAE, it's in the one chase. They're making heavy weather of trying to get to the target. Tampa Bay Tigers would have batted really, really well. So they're looking for their first win in this competition. Both teams are looking for the first win, as a matter of fact. But I think Tampa Tigers are in position to get into this. Corner, and wicket number 3 goes down. Man, we just there and cop it, and another one bites the dust. For the loss of some 3 wickets. So you see especially for this great innovation of T-10 cricket, and of course there's always because these cricketers, at least you have to eat, you have a place and some rent. You're gonna do a whole lot of stuff. You're gonna a gift. You're gonna take back for your wives, for your and some kind of money while you're here. You're gonna drive. You're gonna buy a bottle of water, whatever it is. The city will benefit by and large. Restaurants, what have you. Stadium here has, which is rented, collects revenue. So cricket is playing its part in real. And says over comes to an end over. There's a over in which you would have seen all viewers. We just want to say welcome to MAQ TV, and bookmark the station. There's always cricket on the MAQ TV. So you're listening to the voice of Ivor Henry. And Finwood Manchad have stepped out a little bit. We've been at it all day long, so we're just winding down the day's play. 40 for free. It's going high, it's going in. So can do no more than to get a single for the one it is. So no, this time thing is he's disappointed. He stayed there. Take that, and in the end, he made it difficult. He got down to the ground, got his hand under it, but it just slipped from his grasp and rolled beyond the boundary rope. So, boundary for the batsman. It goes on to. He's off the mark, as a matter of fact. There's a loud appeal. The umpire is unmoved. And leg by. 45, no 46 it is, as a matter of fact. 4 on the single. This time he's trying to get the willow onto this one, but can do no more than to just block it for a dot. These times dots are more than worth gold dust. Oh, this time he's hitting this one in the air. There's a man running in now, and it drops it again. So we have some buttery fingers over here. These guys don't want to go home. This time he did all the hard work, got in about some 20 yards in, got into his hands, in and out, and another chance of going begging. So this bowler, he is been unlucky bowler. This one is played off the back foot into the offside, and ambles through for single. So they're just going to the motion, to be honest. Need another. It's funny, he takes the cast. They were dropped within the boundary ropes. So here's a swing and a miss. This is now 55, as a matter of fact, 55 for the loss of 2 wickets. By the wicketkeeper. So Lahul, this time he's sweeping this one down, backward square leg. There's a man very well to prevent the ball from going into the boundary. There's a chance of a run out, and there's going to be over to. Very interesting. So 7 it is for the loss of some 3 wickets. But neither matter at this juncture. I don't think that the Tampa Tigers are going to be getting all 10 wickets. This one is in the air. Again, he's going to fall well short of the fielders because they're sitting back on the boundary ropes. 58 for 3. So Muhammad Asif, he's on 14 from 11. And Afas Javed, he is on 5. In this end of the over, so the 9th over is going to be coming up shortly. That's the penultimate over. So 2 overs away from closing down the day's proceedings. 5 matches prior to this one. So here we go. Got bowled by many times over. This time he's swinging at this one. But he had no choice but to just score. They need a further 78, 11 ball. A much better chance of winning this game than the batting team. So for those IPL viewers as well, IPL in our neck of the woods comes on in the mornings. So that is winding down as well, the IPL. This evening in our neck of the woods we have the Miami Heat. They have the Boston Celtics there in town. The Miami Heat, as a matter of trying to make it two and lost on their home court, as a matter of fact. That stroke into the offside. Single. So they're just playing out the overs. They know they can't overhaul the score, so they're just going for. It's 60 for 4. At least they're not having the lowest score in the tournament, so they've gone past that. So another single. Score goes on to 61 for 4. This one is in the air. It's coming towards. Fall well short of the fielder down here in the long off position. So they just stroll a single, the batters. 62 it is for 4. We're in the dying moments of the day's play. Outside the off stump, and he's cutting this one, but there's a man on the point boundary. Just another single. So the end of over number 9. So we're gonna just have the left, and we're calling it for Tigers. So 1 over left in the day's proceeding, and in this game it's going to be game, set, match. So here we go. Faizan is the one who's going to be bowling that. He would have lost a shoe, and this time he's outside the off stump and cut away and down to the boundary for 4. The umpire forget he has to send in the signal. In the air, it's coming towards us. pack up and we hit the road, and then we do it all again tomorrow. 9:15 or thereabout. So we're gonna urge you to think this time is swinging at this one, and they're running a single. So 69 it is. That is the score. 69. We've touchdown on 69 for the first in the day's proceeding. First time I remember saying 69, and that's always a good year. The number 69. So Faizan decides to go around the wicket. He's going to bowl around the wicket. Don't know what he's searching for at this junction. The batsman is playing this one out too long on for a single. So as a matter of fact, so we can bring up to speed. The Celtics is on 50. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Single. On to 7 of the day's play. Inning. So let us see how the day will end. Ends with a wicket, ends with a dot, ends with a 4. The Tampa Bay Tigers first match of this tournament. Folks, that's all we're going to have. It's proceeding here at the Broward County Stadium. It's been late into the night, so we're going to probably, cover the strip and prepare for tomorrow. I myself will go on. So with that, I ask you to remember to program MAQ TV to your program and make it a must watch tomorrow. On behalf of Vinod Manchad and myself, Ivor Henry, saying good night.